This video is going to be a video of me talking while you watch the fire. This video is entitled "You Don't Know the Battle They Face," and it's just a thought and a realization I had on my way home from work tonight. I was just driving down the road, and I actually ended up kind of giving myself a inspirational speech, or was giving an inspirational speech in my head. And in a sense, like I was talking to other people, but as I did, I had a realization, and I learned stuff myself. And at the end, I prayed and I just asked God. I said, God, help me not to forget the words that I was just saying. Help me not to forget the understanding that I just got. That and what it was is that I don't know the battle that other people face. I don't know what other people go through just to live each day. I don't know the person that stands to my left or to my right when I'm in a store or, at work or wherever I may be. I don't know the battle they face and the things that they go through. And sometimes, I'm guilty of thinking that I do. Sometimes I may work with somebody and I don't know. I think it might be human nature, and a lot of people do it. But I just begin to think that I know how they are and who they are, and know all that stuff. And I may see a certain portion, I may understand a certain portion. I may be able to feel things and understand things about them, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know what they go through. I don't know what they're going through inside. I don't know what all they went through just to stand there next to me. I don't know what all they had to fight and overcome and beat just to have that smile on their face. I don't know what they're going through. And so it was just a huge realization. But I also just want to encourage others. And this is kind of the inspirational speech that I was given, but was to myself too. But I just want to encourage others to realize or just to keep that in the back of their mind, or understand that we don't know the struggle that somebody goes through. The person that's working next to you while you're at work, who may be getting on your nerves, or who may be doing this and that. You don't, or they're struggling, having a hard time, whatever it may be. I don't want to paint a specific picture, but you don't know what they fight day to day. You don't know what they're battling in their head right then. You don't know the demons that they fight. You don't know the demons they face, and you don't know what they overcome just to overcome and fight just to stand next to you, just to be alive that day, just to stand next to you. And so I just want to encourage everybody to keep that in the back of their mind, or to keep that with them, but also just use this as a way or a motive to encourage people. If you see somebody do something right, or just to encourage people, but also just be nice. If you see something, somebody looks beautiful, or they do something right, or they're smart, or whatever it is, point out the good things. Speak the truth. When you see truth, when you see something, and it's true, when you see that person's smart, that they're good at inventing ways, or good at what I like drawing blanks, but I can picture the moments. If they're brave or courageous, maybe they're just bold, maybe they're confident, whatever it is. When you see those things, point those things out and encourage them. And speak the truth. Let truth come out of your mouth. And so I just encouraging everybody and myself to encourage people and to speak the truth. in those moments, and just be more understanding. And also, as I was thinking it, just I'm kind of going all over the place in a sense, but it goes with even with like gossip and saying bad stuff about people. I just encourage you to say good stuff and not bad stuff. And you may work with somebody, or it's just, I don't work with anybody specific or anything, but I have in the past. But you may work with somebody who you might say mean things, like call them retarded, or just say they're stupid, or whatever it may be. And I've been guilty of that in the past. But there's different things behind that. Like, one, as I was saying earlier, you don't know the battle they face. You don't know what they're fighting. We don't know what they're fighting. We don't know what they're overcoming to be there. We don't know what's in their head telling them they're stupid, that they'll never amount to anything, that they're worthless, that they're better off dead, they might as well kill themselves. We don't know the stuff that they face, the voices, or not the voices, but the words that they hear in their mind, and the battle that they face. We don't know the demons that they face. And so, maybe that person says dumb things and acts dumb and stuff, but maybe that person believes they're dumb because of stuff other people have said along the line. So I just want to encourage everybody just to understand that we don't know the battle they face. We don't know why they're like that. But also, and this is something that I try to keep in mind when I'm interacting with people, is people got what they've got. If that guy I'm talking about only has, a partial working brain or something, that's what he's got. That's all he's got. You can't have any more than you got unless God gives it to you. So he's operating on what he's operating on. So I just encourage people to understand that and see that, and see that somebody is that way, and they're just that way because that's in some areas, not in all areas, but in some areas they're that way just because that's what they got. That's the intelligence level they've got. That's the understanding they've got. That's where they're at in their mind and their spirit because of damage that's happened, or they still act younger than they are because they got hurt somewhere and things didn't develop or grow or mature. I just encourage you to see those things, and in doing so, try to understand and be easier on them, but also not just say negative things. If he's got what he's got, and I don't know, it doesn't quite cross over because I don't think you should say bad things about people anyway, and talk bad about people. But I think as you look at it this way, you begin to understand more why saying negative stuff about some people is just not a good thing, and it's not right, because like I said, people they have what they have. While you're watching this, you may think, well, Matt Jefferson does this or has it. Well, what I got, and I'm not getting any more unless I learn it, or something changes, or God just gives it to me. But in certain areas, especially in this, not specifically talking about myself, but just anybody, specifically when it comes to brain activity and how well their brain works, and how intelligent you are, it's not an easy thing to change that. And if only half your brain actually works, or there's something wrong with you in some cases of certain people, it would take God or a miracle to fix that, or for them to have more than they have. So just understand that there's a certain level of we got what we got. It's just, I don't know. Just encourage people to be more understanding and loving, and but it's all doesn't exactly go together, but it does at the same time. and then just point out the good things. Like I said, that said person who doesn't have all that much mentally and drives you nuts, if he's doing the best he's got with what he's got, point out when he does good. Point out the good things, encourage him, help him. I don't know. I guess I kind of did go over multiple subjects, but they all kind of tie together with me and what I was thinking about on the way home. So just encourage people to look at situations from that perspective, that in some areas people got what they got, and you just gotta love them where they're at and with what they've got. But also, like I was saying, that we also don't know the battles people face, in a different situation, somebody may struggle. I didn't do a good job, but anyway, but with that, you don't know the battle they face, which is the original motive of the video. It can be there can be a lot of different things, though. You may work next to a girl, and you sit there and think bad things or say bad things or whatever, and you don't know what she's fighting to stand there next to you. You don't know the battle she's fighting just to be alive. You don't know the battle she's fighting just to smile. You don't know what she's going through. You don't know the demons that she's fighting. And you don't know all the things that are telling her that she's ugly and worthless and all those different things. So instead of adding to those things, point out the truth. Speak the truth. If somebody looks beautiful, say, "You look beautiful today." If somebody looks handsome, tell them they look handsome that day. If somebody's good at something, say, "You're really good at that." Whatever it may be. And so I just want to encourage you guys to understand that people got what they got, and that we don't know the battle that people are facing. We don't know what they go through. But I also want to encourage you just to speak truth and let truth come out and encourage others. But I love you guys. God bless you. Have a good night.